This is Black Shy Guy. Welcome to a brand new video. Make sure you hit the like button after the video if you enjoyed it. Also subscribe if you have not been subscribed to my channel as of yet. And also make sure you hit the notification button to get notified on any upcoming new videos. And as always, thank you for sitting at my table. We are here to discuss something everybody's talking about. Obviously, I'm gonna have to touch on this. Obviously, I'm gonna have to give my opinion. And also, it is a very sad day for a lot of people who call themselves part of the Champions Club when it comes to Drdisrespect, the big time streamer who has just confirmed that he has been speaking to a minor. I don't know the details. I'm not going to jump the gun to like a lot of people has been doing as of late. I'm not going to do that whatsoever, but there's a lot of details he has left out in his latest statement, which was posted on X, and we're going to dive into it. The thing about this, before I continue, I'm going to say this. If you leave your comments down below, please be respectful. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. This is a very touchy subject. Obviously, there's fans who love him and there's people who hate him. So this is basically a very touchy subject for everyone. And in the internet, everybody has collided when it comes to the opinion was revolving around Drdisrespect. And we're going to dive in first thing on his post that he tweeted on X. And listen, I'm going to say this before I even jump into his post, which was tweeted on X. Whoever told Drdisrespect to post this, if it was a lawyer, if it was his PR team, they have done a grave mistake. And I'm not saying they've done a grave mistake in him posting a comment, a rebuttal. It's the wording in it that I do not agree with. He left too many things for people to speculate on. You can't leave room for speculations. You cannot. It can destroy you. It can utterly destroy you, and that's what it's doing to him. That's what it's doing to him. We're gonna dive into his tweet, which was posted on X. Here is Drdisrespect's tweet, which was posted on X, and unfortunately, to me, this did not help him whatsoever. Am I a fan of Drdisrespect? Absolutely. I've been a fan of his for a very long time. I mean, I've been a Champions Club member since he was on Twitch for many years. And then I've been a fan of his, obviously, on YouTube when I followed him for the 3 to almost 4 years he's been on YouTube. And honestly, it's very disheartening to see what this man is going through. But at the same time, he's caused it on himself. He's caused it on himself. And I'm going to give my opinion on where I stand with Drdisrespect after we go through everything that we're going to discuss surrounding his ban, surrounding his possible cancellation, and also surrounding his friends who made their statements about Drdisrespect. It to my opinion didn't have to, because obviously they're not involved in the situation and that he created for himself. They did not have to comment on it if they didn't want to, but obviously they felt the need to respond because of the internet, you know. So let's dive in. This is going to be a long one, folks, and I'm glad you are here to join me. Like I said, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you have not even hit the notification button to get notified for any upcoming new videos, make sure you touch on that. Here we go, the Twitch ban. Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. Started out well, because we're going to nitpick this situation. And once again, I do not stand above correction. I'm not always going to be correct. This is my opinion when it comes to this post that he made grave errors on. He did. His PR team, his lawyer, whoever told him to do this. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me. And as you know, there's no filter with me as well. I'm gonna say everything he said on this post. I'm not gonna blank like a lot of people did. I'm not gonna say blank, 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 just to block out any curse words he added. I'm going to say them so you can feel the impact of what he tried to rebuttal in his statements. Okay, so you can feel the full impact. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about. Okay, that's okay, because a lot of people are saying that, you know, hey, you haven't been completely honest. But the fact that he added that and was pretty good. He said, I've been upfront with everything I can be upfront about. Basically, he was upfront with everything he was allowed to say when it came to the Twitch agreement that he signed and obviously got paid off for. Whatever was signed and what was discussed in that agreement, there's a lot of things he cannot talk about. So he is correct about that. Let's continue. And I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. So far, the first paragraph, fantastic. I don't see anything wrong with that. Let's continue. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. Excellent. So far, this is fantastic. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and I, and we made a painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredible, talented, and good people that have high career ambitions and families. I'd never want jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. That I give him a big up for that, for him to step down or whatever. People are saying Midnight Society fired him, but the fact that he came out with a statement, obviously he spoke with Midnight Society and they all decided for him to step down and step away. So obviously I give him big up for that, and I hope this doesn't kill Midnight Society, but unfortunately, for the fact that the game has some attachment to Drdisrespect, I really think the game is going to suffer heavily on that glitch alone. Let's continue. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Obviously, the former Twitch employees broke the contract or broke the negotiation that was formed between Drdisrespect and Twitch, so he's able to come out with his statement. That's what allowed him to come out with his statement, because now he's allowed to protect his name. He's allowed to protect his brand. So that's why he came out with this statement. Let's continue, which so far, this is pretty good. Were there Twitch whispered messages with an individual minor? Let me roll back to this sentence alone. He re-edited this a couple of times. He said individual. He put minor, then he put individual. People started calling him out on the fact that he edited and put individual, so he put it back to minor. Number one, Doc, or PR team, whoever. Can you check what you text out? Can you just check it first before you tweet it out? Because the fact that you edited a couple of times, it just looks bad already. If you just would have left minor, it wouldn't have looked as bad as the fact that you edited so many times. So this is where the problem starts going left, okay? It starts going left and it starts colliding very, very quickly. Let's start again in the top of that paragraph. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? Question mark. The answer is yes. Big red flag. But there's room for speculations. There's room for speculations. Everybody's going to have their opinion. But you would assume after you continue reading, after that sentence, he's going to explain as to why he got into the conversation with a minor. Meaning maybe he didn't know that she was of a young age. And he said, I didn't realize that she was young. After I found out, I cut it quick. That's what I was assuming to see in the future notes of this paragraph. Because obviously, if you're a person who wants to defend your name, you're going to leave no room for speculations. You're going to leave no room for anybody to come up with an assumption that you knew she was underage. You want to clear that out right away. So for the time being, this is good. But it's after this sentence that it went left for the doc. Let's continue. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. That's a big question mark to anybody with a logical sense of thought. Because if you're talking to a certain female, especially I'm gonna assume he didn't know her age. Right now, I'm gonna assume she didn't know her age. But we're gonna completely finish it, and I'm gonna tell you why my opinion changed. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Big red flag. This is when my opinion changes almost completely. Because so far he has not stated as to why he continued having the conversation with this minor. He did not state as to why it didn't stop. Why he could, so far right now, I'm coming up with the conclusion that you continued because you wanted some sort of end to whatever was going on between you and this minor in that conversation. Because obviously everybody has let it out that you wanted to meet her at TwitchCon. I thought your wife always went with Doc in TwitchCon. I always thought she went with him, so I don't know what he was trying to achieve there. But so far, let me not lean astray to what we really want to discuss, which is this paragraph and this tweet that he tweeted out. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. Now, I got a question about this sentence. Once again, it leans more left for the doc, which gets worse. Because the fact that you never shared pictures, so you never knew what this girl looked like. You never... So, I mean, it's very confusing because all of us who've been on dating sites or met someone or whatever the case may be, and you don't know what they look like and you're talking to them for a while, you're gonna say, hey, do you have a picture? I want to see what you look like. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking you never shared pictures. None of that was ever shared or whatever. So you were just interested in this girl because of the messages she was sending? That was it? You didn't want to know what she looked like or whatever the case may be? A man who always talks about looks on his streams. He always talks about his looks on his streams. So, as much as it pains me to say all of this, because it does pain me, because I'm a real big fan of Doc. He's very entertaining. But Jesus, when it comes to PR movements, he is very, very dumb, because this is a dumb statement to put out. Because... And I'm talking about this paragraph because, like I said, the first two were perfectly fine. Let's continue. I never even met the individual. Still doesn't clear you up. Still doesn't make you look any innocent. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. This looks bad. It's bad. Because now you have not cleared up at all. You left everything out for speculations. Now, anybody could assume that you knew she was underage and you continued. You never cleared up whether you found out she was underage and you stopped the conversation. You never cleared up that you found out she was underage and you continued the conversation. Either or was not cleared up. So the fact that you left it at that, stating that, hey, I was never charged, hey, I'm an innocent man, you're not innocent. And from a moral standpoint, you're already guilty. From a legal standpoint, you may be innocent because nothing transpired regarding all these messages. You never met the girl, no sexual acts were performed, no pictures were shared like you stated. But the fact that you never cleared the fact that you knew or didn't know her age, you left that open for speculations and for anybody to assume the worst. That was a wrong move. Like, after this paragraph, if he went into that detail, it would have been fine, because then it would have basically eliminated all the negatives of that paragraph. But that paragraph alone destroyed him. That paragraph alone destroyed him. It just destroyed him. Not from a legal standpoint, but from a moral standpoint. Destroyed him. Killed everything he's ever built. This is when I was so disappointed in him. This is when I was like, holy shit, like what? I mean, when I found out he cheated on his wife, I was disappointed in him. But a lot of men cheat not because of lack of love of their wife or for their wife, but because of opportunity. That's why men cheat. Ladies cheat too, so I don't know why these ladies are all coming out saying he cheated on his wife. Ladies cheat as well. So I was able to forgive him for that. Because they mended, they resolved whatever issue they had, and they're still together. But this is just a whole new animal. Let's continue. Now, from a moral standpoint, as I stated earlier, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. Yes. The fact that he said I never should have entertained these conversations to begin with, this was another open opportunity for him to say, I never should have entertained it to begin with, but I never knew she was underage until after a couple of conversations. After I found out she was underage, I stopped. That would have been the perfect time to insert that information, don't you think? But no, he did not do that. He continued. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect. I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. Absolutely it was stupid. But on top of being stupid, it was stupid to not insert the fact that did you know or did you not know her age? Or did you know her age and you continued? Because that's when absolutely zero credibility you should ever get from anyone. But you left that out, leaving for everyone to insert their own speculations on what just transpired with that whole conversation. Now everybody's thinking you knew her age and you continued. Because that's the way I'm going to take it now. That's the way I'm going to take it, for the simple fact that you did not clear that part up. That was your opportunity right there. What PR team does Doc have? Who's his PR team? Let's continue. Now, with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me knows where I stand on those things with those type of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. He's a little bit correct on that. For the exception of anyone who contacts minors can be labeled a pedo, unfortunately for you. Because you left that for everyone else's interpretation. They could assume the worst because you just left it open to be criticized. So anyone could assume the worst, even your own fans. You gotta let your fans know whether you knew or did not know her age. So this paragraph right here can be deducted. Sorry, that was my phone. Jeez, everybody wants to hit me up when I'm on a freaking video. That paragraph right there is inconsequential to whatever you want to talk about in the future part of this freaking tweet. This is irrelevant. You have no say-so on everybody else's opinion because you left it open for interpretation. You left it open for everybody to speculate the worst about you. The only way this could be cleared up if for some odd reason somebody releases the messages that he had between that minor, and it shows that, oh my God, are you under 18 or whatever the case may be? Yes, I cannot talk to you. That will save him. That will save him. But the fact that that's not released, maybe it'll be released in the future. The fact that that's not released, he's going to remain destroyed. That's the only way, to me, he can come back from this. If he releases those messages and it shows when he found out she was underage, he stopped immediately. Why not release that? I would. If I was in that situation, any logical person in this situation, if they have those messages, obviously they had it because it went through a legal battle with Twitch. So obviously they have the evidence. He also has it. He has to have a copy. Release it. Show people. Listen. Did I cheat on my wife? Absolutely. But look at the messages. I did not know she was underage, and when I found out, I completely stopped the conversation. But the fact that he did not provide that, I don't know. You tell me. Let's continue. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. No, you did not. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. The fact that he said, but I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself, wrong. You left a lot of room for people to insert their own thoughts into the situation. You left a lot of people to insert their own conclusion to what transpired between you and that unfortunate minor. I could come up with whatever conclusion I want now. I could say whatever I want. I could say, hey, you knew her age and you wanted to get down. Why not eliminate that? Why not eliminate that option for everyone who did not know what transpired between you and that minor? I just don't know how he could come back from this. Listen, everybody likes a comeback story. Everybody does. But I don't know how you can come back from that. Because if he knew that she was a minor and he continued, there's something fucking wrong with you. I'm sorry, as much as I like Dr. This pains me, it does. Because I've been a Champions Club member for a long time. And I don't even know what to say about this. There's no defending it. Let's continue. But I think I've said what I needed to say. Yada yada. Because I think this part right here is bullshit. I think it's ridiculous. To my team, community, industry, friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said all this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout all these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the fucking best community and circle. He does have a great community because they back him up until the end. They do. They back him up until the end. And that's the only reason he may have a chance to come back, because his community is strong. It's a strong community. That's why he's never been able to be canceled, because his community sticks with him. They forgave him when he cheated on his wife when they found out back then in 2017. During the ban from Twitch. They stuck with him. They wanted him back when he was gone. I was one of them. I'm like, holy crap. When he was back, it felt great seeing him back again, seeing the entertainment, because there's a lot of streamers that don't come close to his entertainment. No, I mean, literally no one. No one comes close. They don't. He's pure entertainment. But now this happened. And now the champion clubs is thrown into another perfect storm revolving around Dr. Disrespect. Let's continue. To my team, community, etc., they have always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. I agree with that statement. You shouldn't give a fuck about anyone who hates you. That statement right there is true to the heart. Social media will destroy you if you actually care about the people who do not care about you. If you care about the statements they have about you, you will not survive social media. This goes to any young ones on social media. I suggest that you don't live on social media because people will try to utterly destroy you. You should not care about what they think. That's one thing I do agree with what Dr. Disrespect posted. Let's continue. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine. But I'm not fucking going anywhere. Like, I don't agree with this. I do not agree with this. This is not the time to sound a trumpet as if you were knocking down the gates of Troy. You know what I mean? This is not the time to be sounding off your auto return in the near future. This is the time to be apologetic. This is the time to have a sincere apology to even the ones that hate you. Unfortunately, you have to apologize to them too. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear? Yeah, fucking right. And conclusion of this tweet. This right here. I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. Yes. You're coming back with a heavy weight off your shoulders, which is great for any man because stress can kill you. Literally. It can kill any man. Stress is one of the number one killers in the United States. It is. That's why anything that's bothering you and you have no control over it, let it roll off your shoulders and just deal with it. It's going to end. Not everything doesn't last forever. There's a conclusion to everything. But let's ponder on that last sentence again. I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. You're coming back to what though? Let's dive deeper. Because we're going to come back to this sentence. I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. Let's come back to that. And let's dive into Dr. Disrespect's, can I say former friends? And let's hear what they had to say.
Have you personally tried to hit up Doc at all? No. I haven't talked to him since he got banned because I am a logical person. The second Doc got banned on Twitch, my logic kicked in and I said, yep, you don't just get banned randomly. And I didn't say a word to him, didn't message him, didn't reply to anything on Twitter at all, didn't associate at all, because you don't just get banned.
Doctor tweet I have, man. I have. Obviously, a lot of people been tweeting at me. Guys, you know me. You guys know me for a long time. You know, obviously I have a relationship with Doc. Played golf a lot the last year. Come on, man. I mean, it's pretty much common sense how I feel about that. I've got a daughter now. It's like I got people calling me out in my Twitter mentions like, yo, why don't you got your pitchfork out? Why aren't you, if you don't come out right now and say how much you don't fucking like this guy anymore, you're a piece of shit. I'm like, dude. I really don't want to get into it. I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to understand that I don't support talking to minors.
He knew she was underage. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. He admitted that in his tweet. Yeah, people are still trying to defend what he did. I mean, even he tried to defend what he did in a really odd way in that tweet. Like, he said that he knew that she was underage, and...
Correction, he never said that he knew she was underage. Nick Merckx needs to read it again. I had to correct him there. He never said that he knew she was underage. That was never implied in that tweet.
He would still text her, and the text, I can't remember how he put it in his tweet, but what did it say? That the
Read
text
it again.
would sometimes go a certain way? Yeah, he edited the tweet 3 times. Just so bad. It's so bad, you guys. It's so bad. And look, what do you want from me, man? You know, I gave the guy the benefit of the doubt until we knew more. But look, it's unacceptable when you have just in any world that is unacceptable. You gotta be smarter. You gotta be better. You can't do like that. It's not only is it against the law, but where the is your head and your heart at to do things like that? You know, what are we doing?
I'm coming back with a heavyweight off my shoulders. Coming back to what? Coming back to what? With the exception of the heavyweights on your shoulders being lifted. Almost all your so-called friends within the gaming space has abandoned you. Even Zealander, who came out with his statement, almost seemed like he was about to be in tears, because let's be honest, Zealander owes everything to Dr. Disrespect. That's how he was put on the map. Whether you hate Zealander or not, you can feel that message he left for Dr. Disrespect. You could tell he was destroyed. You could just feel it. Like it took everything, in my opinion, for him to come out with that statement. Because he knows he owes everything to Doc. And he always paid that tribute to Doc. He always said, I would have nothing without this man. And now for this situation to arise, and for him to stand by Dr. Disrespect, despite him doing all of that for Zealander, will be wrong. Can he remain his friend and forgive him in the future? In the future? Yes. There's always room for forgiveness. There are some things that you can't come back from when it comes to murder. Some people say you can even come back from murder. Like people can be forgiven for murdering. So if that can happen, obviously this can happen. People can forgive him. But from a business standpoint, can Zealander be seen with him? Absolutely not. It will look terribly bad on him, and sponsors will drop him on the spot. Zealander is seen with Dr. Disrespect in public, they will drop him on the spot. So when it comes to friendship, outside and in public, that's gone. And for the fact that your friendship needs to be in secret, why have a friendship at all? So we go back to that statement again. I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. Coming back to what? I mean, I would love to see you guys' comments about this. I would love to see you guys take. I would love to see your messages. Can Doc actually come back from this? In my opinion, sadly, he can't come back from this. It's way too hard. Nobody will ever pick him up. Nobody will ever sell items with his name on it. No one will ever back him. He's lost everything. 49ers even dropped him from any promo. He will be a man on an island, literally. He will be a man on an island, and he'll probably lose his YouTube account. They'll probably monetize his YouTube account. They'll probably monetize that. And when they monetize that, what do you have then? Because if they monetize the YouTube account, it's a wrap. They probably demonetized it already. And if they demonetize his YouTube account, he has no money coming in after that. Because everything has been scrapped. Everything in his name has been scrapped. This is a lesson that unfortunately will not be learned, because there'll be individuals who make money and come into the light of fame who will make the same mistake, unfortunately. For the Champion Club members, because obviously I was a part of that, I don't think there's going to be a Champion Club. I don't think there will ever be one again. I think it's unfortunately over. And like I always say, for those who follow my channel, I don't stand above correction. I can be wrong in the future. These are my opinions only. It's not facts. Like I said earlier, everybody loves a comeback story. Doc may come back in a year. I know he can't come back within 5 to 6 months. That's way too soon with this problem going on. It's way too soon. Who knows what other problems he has going on after everything was released. He probably may have other things going on. His family may be affected in a way that we don't know about. Remember, his daughter is of age. Who knows what she's facing in school now that this got released? She can probably be... They're probably teasing her in school. This is a very, very unfortunate situation. Do I feel personally bad for Doc? I do. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I feel bad for him. But he caused it on himself, obviously. Does he deserve the consequence? Yes, he does. Do I still want to know whether he knew she was underage or not and continued? Yes, I still want to know that simple detail. Because that makes a big difference. That makes a big difference. The fact that no pictures were shared, that makes a big difference. That means he didn't know what she looked like or whatever the case. So if he found out that she was underage and he stopped, I can forgive Doc completely. Okay, you didn't know she was underage? I would be like, why didn't you release that earlier? That's the only thing I would say. But that hasn't been released yet. So the fact that that hasn't been released yet, I have to come up with my own conclusion and finish the story myself. And my conclusion is you knew she was underage and you continued. Because that's basically what your tweet is saying. And that's unfortunate for everyone who's a Champions Club member. This is Black Shy Guy. And to the Champion Club members, all those who are hurt by this, all those who show support for many years for the doc, I feel sorry for you guys too. Because I know how entertaining he was. Because I enjoyed every minute of the doc. We will never have another doc again. We will never be in this moment ever again. There will never be a streamer like Drdisrespect. Ever. We lost a good one, unfortunately. But through his actions. And the consequence, he very well deserves. This is Black Shy Guy, and as always, I thank you for sitting at my table. I'm out of here. Peace.
Arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim of homicidal maniac.